Live from Austin, Texas, where Atari is back. Come and pet the cat. It's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hey, Danny. I hate that slogan, and I don't like it at all.
Well, too bad, because GameFan came up with it, and I believe every word GameFan says, including the parts that they made up about Cybermorph.
You mean the parts where people are waving at you?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that. We have a lot to explore tonight.
All right, before we start, I want to thank Magmaram for their 2-year sub. Thank you so much. And I want to thank SSFSX17 for their 4-month resub. Thank you so much.
I agree. Cookie Blair.
Cookie Blair, indeed.
She's the best. All right, so tonight... Well, I was going to say we're premiering a brand new console, but that actually happened on Friday. Today, I make good on a promise. A few weeks ago, we got an Atari Jaguar from friend of the show, Sepasai19. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, thank you.
They also included a library of games, which just so happened to line up perfectly with what people consider to be the best Jaguar games. Why don't you show that right now? If you go to Google, and if you have the exact same secret personal profile I have, and you type in best Atari Jaguar games, this is what you're going to see. Look at that. That is so perfect. Everything except Doom is what we're playing tonight. So the top 5 games, better still, Doom is a port. The rest of these are originals, or at least they came first to Jaguar. So we're going to get a good look at what the best Atari Jaguar games are tonight.
Alright, those all look best. Especially Cybermorph. My god, we're really playing Cybermorph?
It's really up there. I wouldn't put too much faith in what Google says, because if you click on the second page, it says Bubsy is also a good game.
No, absolutely. No, we proved that to be incorrect. Real quick, thank you to BMF. 20-month resub. They say, I've subbed for more months than you idiots have brain cells. Thank you, Sherlock. 9 months. They say... Where did you learn to fly? Where did you learn to fly? Where did you repeat this until the heat death of the universe? And Whoop on Whoop resubs and says, it may not be Friday, but Bubsy brought his A game nonetheless, and I'm going to be awful. Guess what A stands for? Just guess, Danny.
What?
Anus. Okay, so, let's get started.
Excellent. On that note, let's start our Atari Jaguar showcase. Now, there's plenty of people out there who are just all willing and waiting to take a giant dump on this system. They're standing in the diarrhea lining, just waiting to take their dump, ready to reap the rewards, to say, hey, the Jaguar sucks, did you know? But tonight, we're going to approach this system based on what the fans think. These people will tell you there's a few good games, and in fact, they're so good, they redeem the system. And as luck would have it, all of Sepasai19's games that they gave us, they line up with what Atari fans think of the Jaguar. They think these are the best, so that's how we're going to evaluate it. No garbage tonight. This is all the best of the best, high-caliber software. We're going to try to put it in its proper context even, try to understand why the Jaguar was a thing and why it was a failure. We have a lot to discuss, so why don't we get started?
All right. Real quick, Fuzzy Proxy resub, 7 months in a row, thank you. Fuzzy says, oh heck, oh dang. Yeah, exactly. Multiple people are in the diarrhea line, Danny. Why did you say that?
Start queuing up now, because...
you're a monster.
That's the worst thing I've ever said on stream.
Absolutely, I love you, but no.
Despite that, thank you all for your subscriptions. Much appreciated. Let's get this started. It's Atari Jaguar time.
You had to subscribe to be able to take a diarrhea dump.
Now hold your diarrhea, folks. We're going to play some good games. No dumps needed. We're starting off with the pack-in game, Cybermorph.
I hate that the intro doesn't load the full, that there's a...
Yeah, the Elgato cuts off a little bit, but...
Because you missed the cat cube, and I love the cat cube.
You want to try it again?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Focus Mabel, for the 100 Pride Bits. Do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
And I see a bunch of shits in chat. Great.
That's our legacy.
Show me cat cube.
The inventors of the diarrhea line.
Show me cat cube. Cat cube, please. Oh, it cut off right... Never mind.
It showed it for a brief second.
Well, cat cube real. Thank you, Truffle Luxury, 9-month resub, and they say, ready to Jag. I hope you mean Jag the system and not Jag the TV show, which someone was also confused about earlier, so that makes me happy.
I made that joke before anyone pointed it out. Jag, the famous predecessor to NCIS, favorite show of old folks everywhere. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with the Atari Jaguar, which is for the kids. It's for the young punks, the kids who have their finger on the pulse of gaming society. This is the game for them. Quick note on this version of the game, though. We're going to play this in a little bit. This is the pack-in game for the Jaguar. So for many people, this is the first game they ever played. It informed their opinions of the system going forward, and it's important. We'll put it that way. This particular version, however, is a version that wasn't bundled with the system. This is the standalone version. What they did for the version that you had to pay $50 for is they cut the ROM in half and passed the savings on to you. So what that means is this version has no intro, it has no ending, and they cut out a whole bunch of levels just so Jack Tramiel could stuff a couple of 20s in his pocket or something, I guess. So if this game seems bad, just remember the pack-in version is way better, and that's the one we should have played. No idea why they did that. Why would you do that for your flagship game? Like, oh, this didn't impress people at pack-in, let's make it shittier. And make them pay $50 for it. So Alex, you get to play the role of someone who paid $50 for this game, and you get to play it.
Cool. Thank you to Lena. 24 months sub. Thank you. And they say, here's hoping for an Atari NCIS stream next. You know what's funny? I looked up Jag, but with Goth Girl in it, and one of the results on Google, because I couldn't remember the name of NCIS, and one of the results, like 3 pages down, was like NCIS, right?
Yeah, because she was a recurring character in both shows, and Google recognizes you typing in Goth Girl.
You're like, oh, you mean Abby from NCIS. Got it. All right, let's go.
So get this started. Alex, handling the 17-button controller. That's a lot of buttons. Like the Intellivision a few weeks ago, this controller has a fully built-in telephone keypad, including pound and asterisk. Mm-hmm. All the keys.
So you can do star 69. So we've got Autobahn, Codex, Ennis, Grizz Madre, Capital,
Zool,
Olope, and Emmett. I'm gonna go with Autobahn.
Good idea.
Okay.
Now you would have some context for this, some story, but sucker, you should have bought a Jaguar instead of buying this separately. You don't get the story. Anyway, the object of this game is to fly around and collect pods. Good luck.
Baby, there's apparently a...
Uh-huh.
There's a B-Cub comic, the Pop Team Epic guy who has like, he did a Cybermorph comic. I can't click on it, but it's in chat, so everybody who's in chat, click on that. Okay, I found the shoot button.
Is it supposed to lose sync like that? Cool. Stop doing that. Whatever it's doing, it's causing it to lose sync.
You know what it's making it lose sync? Moving forward.
Try it again. You weren't moving. You don't even know what the move forward button is. You're a fake Jaguar fan.
What is the move forward button?
I'm not going to tell you. You found it. Alright, so the B button is shoot. A is move forward, and C is move backwards. This game is actually very simple, in spite of the many ratings on screen right now. What you gotta do is you gotta fly around these flat-shaded planets and liberate all the pods while killing as many enemies as you can.
Is that a pod?
No.
Okay, what do the pods look like?
They're little yellow things. Little capsules.
Okay. Okay, I will free the pods.
Yep, good old Turok fog. This game does have a unique look. I guess it looks a little bit like Star Fox, with a little bit more shading.
Do I collect the pod?
Yeah, pick them up.
Okay.
Well done.
I was collecting something, liberating it.
Ask America.
Oh!
Anyway, if you want to find the pods, they're represented by the yellow arrow on your radar.
Oh, okay.
So that should make it a little easier.
Hey, don't run into me. I'm a nice man.
Now, in the ads, Atari famously claimed that this was a 64-bit system, and there's some mental gymnastics you can perform to justify that. It's a 64-bit system in the same way that the TurboGrafx 16 is a 16-bit system, basically. It has a pair of 32-bit processors. There's some kind of 64-bit bus in there somewhere that allowed them to make that claim. But just looking at the games, they look way more like the 32X could render these games, as opposed to the PlayStation and Saturn, which is what this was competing against. This came out slightly before both, late 93, I think. PS1 and Saturn were out in Japan at the end of 94, so they had a little bit of leg up on the competition.
Did you not?
I love that dude just flying right into you.
Good work.
Thanks, lady.
It's a cartridge-based system. As was noted in our Discord earlier, the games cap out at 4 megabytes, which is 32 megabits. That's not a lot. That's, even the Super Nintendo had bigger games than that. Least of all to say, the CD-ROMs had way more storage capacity. But the thing is, not many games were 4 megabyte. They had maybe a dozen in the entire history of the library. Most of them, they stuck to 2 megabytes, or in this case, they chopped up the game and reduced it to 1 to cut costs even more. And that's one thing I want to point out about the system, the cost-cutting measures. If you look at the console box, it has a little flag in the corner that proudly says, Made in America. And if you're not from here, the implication is that, oh, it's not like the junk made overseas. This is actual quality construction, made in America, right?
Yeah.
That's typically what they insinuate. Mm-hmm. But the system, it doesn't have a cartridge cover. The cartridge reading place is just bare and exposed unless you have a cartridge in it. Same for the video input. It's just a bare circuit board poking out the back of the system. It really looks like a cheap piece of shit.
It really does. Wow. I don't much like it. All right.
You beat a level.
Yeah, I sure did.
Good job. Keep playing.
Okay, cool. You just don't want to play.
But I also want to put this in its proper context. Sepasai noted that a good way to look at this system is actually a continuation of what Atari was doing before this system came out. That being Atari 2600, 7800, that kind of thing. According to Sepasai, it helps to look at these games as score attack games, recalling the old days of arcades, as opposed to, just being driven to finish the game, to reach an ending. So, in that way, it helps to just look at these games in terms of their scoring mechanics, how difficult they are, and basically how they channel the arcade vibe. Which I think is fair. It's a legit different tactic than other people were taking at the time, and you gotta admire them for that.
Good work.
And Freon Leon pointing out that the Jaguar shell has proven very popular. Yeah, it was made into dental equipment and was almost made into the Coleco Chameleon as well.
Wait, it was almost the Coleco?
Yeah, they bought the molds for that, and they ended up stuffing just a video card in there to make people think it was a real system. That's its whole bundle of wax. We're not going to go into that.
That's some phantom shit.
Yeah. So what do you think so far?
You know what sucks? Oh god, that sucks. All those guys
look at all
trying
those
to kill
enemies.
Me.
You pushed the wrong button.
Okay, it's when that always happens when I press the D-pad in the wrong direction, and that wrong direction is up and left or up and right.
Okay, don't do that.
Do you know how hard it is not to do? But other than that, I actually, God help me, I'm gonna be sincere here. This isn't bad.
This legit is not a terrible game. I have played worse than this. You can claim that it's boring. I think the fact that it doesn't have music is kind of what makes it seem so boring. Mm-hmm. And in fact, that's kind of common among Jaguar games. Doom does not have music. A game we're going to play in a little bit, Alien vs. Predator, also does not have music. For whatever reason, that was not a priority for them. You beat 2 levels.
Well, who needs music when you have this great gameplay?
On the plus side, you can look at that as being atmospheric. You don't want music drowning out your space experience. You want realistic noise, as seen in the vacuum of space.
Like, and, where did you learn to fly? And then nothing, and then more whirring, and then, yeah.
I'm stretching pretty hard to defend this game, but really, it only barely needs it. All you have to do is look past the graphics, and you realize that it's not horrible. It's just...
Those are not pods!
It's just maybe not what people were expecting.
They look just like a pile of pods, right? Like...
No. Don't you know what pods look like? Oh wait, I guess they do look like pods.
Well done.
I'm gonna put you in the pie pod if you keep sassing me.
No one puts baby in the pod.
Man, it would be so sad if someone put their baby in the what would you do pie pod.
And ended up launching it. Oh yeah, they changed the name to Retro, the Calico Chameleon, and they still use the same shell.
Well done.
Wait, it's called the Retro?
In
Yeah.
trouble.
Like the system is called the Retro?
I think there was just some dude who bought just like a shitload of those shells, right? And he's just trying to look for any way to offload them. Like, yeah, the Atari Jaguar shell. That's the people. That's what people want to see.
Good work.
I mean, don't you?
Oh yeah, the Retro VGS, and that's part of it.
It's that other pod. There it is. No one get near my pod. It's beautiful. It's mine. It's a pod.
Now, eventually, there's enemies who will take your pods, and they will sequester them in pod zones that you have to destroy.
No! No! I need my pod!
I think that's what they're trying to do. I think there's some pod prisons somewhere on this planet.
Am I collecting jewel pods now that they're illegal? And this is like the US government trying to stop me from vaping?
They're actually Tide pods.
Oh. So neither of us are being very topical, but we're topical enough.
Yes, Crush Gals, this is how you make podcasts. You gotta rescue the pods, and once they're free, they turn into 2-hour informative talks between two people.
And so they turn into a Casper mattress sponsorship.
Yeah, that too.
You're going down, dipshit. Come.
I have a lot of complicated feelings about this system, but at least for this stream, I want to present it with its best foot forward, as it were. For whatever reason, a lot of people wanted to see White Men Can't Jump, and I'm not even singling you out if you were one of those people, because there were so many who really wanted to see that game, and I'm sorry to disappoint you. But the good news is, now there's a Jaguar Flash Cart, and even better news, I have one pre-ordered. So once that comes in, you can expect to see the worst of the Jaguar. In due time. Well, you shot the yellow triangles until they turned into one red triangle.
Yeah, I don't know what it wants me to do now.
It's called the Cone of Polygons.
It's the only thing on my radar now, is this dead cone.
Well, sometimes the pods don't show up unless you're close, so go flying around.
Okay. See ya, suckers.
Oh yeah, and there's so many homebrew games.
Oh god! Oh god, too fast, too fast! Okay.
The homebrew market is definitely worth checking out.
Oh,
okay, those are the places where the pods are.
Well, I can't go after the pods now because I'm dead.
Alex made an admirable effort. That is way better first attempt than many I've seen on this game.
I got very pie-potted.
So in your honor, I'm going to end your name.
Thank you for putting in a normal name and not like Alex loves Cat Cube. Which I do, by the way.
I also love Cat Cube. Maybe we'll see it at some point. Hey, the music's back.
Fred, Fly, Chris, Brian, Sean. Me.
Alex! I like that Fly is one of them. Okay, so there's one thing about this game that everyone wants to hear, and we gotta give the people what they want. All around the world, everyone's asking me one thing. Where did I learn to fly?
Luck.
Where did you learn to fly?
Where did you learn to fly? Where did you learn to fly? Where did you learn to fly? Where did you learn to fly?
So yeah, the controls in this game aren't the greatest, so for many people, their first experience is just being harangued by this lady.
Where did you learn to fly? Where did you learn to fly?
Whose voice samples are very clear and distinct, and you can very clearly hear her asking you where you learned to fly. But she does that
Where did you learn to fly?
literally every time you collide with a wall, whether it's accidental or intentional. She's always there to let you know that she saw what you did.
Work.
And that's what most people know about Cybermorph. But beyond that, it's a game about going down on a planet and looking for all these
Good
pods.
work.
It's a pod collecting sim. And once you collect enough pods, you don't have to collect them all.
What?
Eventually the lady will tell you that the portal to the next planet is open. That's after you collect like 95% of them.
Does she get mad if you don't get all the pods? Does she go like...
She gets mad regardless.
Well, yeah.
That joke has also become a staple of the Angry Video Game Nerds comedy. Which, in his defense, it's pretty fucking funny.
Good work.
Like, you're trying to play a game and just someone's in your ear going, where did you learn to fly? Who let you play this video game?
Well done.
Listen, I am not going to assume that these items are corn pops or any other type of delicious copyright treat unless the good folks at, what is that, Kellogg's, General Mills, whatever.
I think it's Kellogg's.
Alright, you gotta do what Subway does. You gotta start tossing like family-sized boxes of corn pops and honey smacks and sugar flakes and
Sugar flakes?
Work.
Lucky
Star.
Lucky Star, my favorite cereal, yeah. You gotta start tossing that at us, too. We will only take sponsorships from people who throw things at us.
And there you go. Yeah, you can leave a few pods behind, or you can collect them all for bonus points. And since this game is a score attack game, you definitely want the bonus points. Unfortunately, I don't think they give you any extends for points, so there's not much point to it.
Good luck.
I like that you,
Well done.
Thanks, ma'am. I like that at the end of each level you get into a giant crystal that transports you somewhere else.
Oh yeah, we call that the Crystal Cube.
I like all the, I like how polygonal this game is. It's
Well
very...
done.
Honestly, I like that aesthetic. I like the untextured
Yeah,
polygon.
if you like the low poly, barely shaded look, the Jaguar has that in spades. I don't think they ever figured out texture mapping, which unfortunately is something the PS1 and Saturn figured out pretty early on. And once the comparisons came rolling in, the Jaguar was not
done.
looking too good.
You know, that Cybermorph lady would be a good Twitch emote. I'm assuming someone's already picked her, though.
Those accounts that are just like reply guys, she would be perfect for that. Where did
What?
you learn this incorrect information?
Where did you learn how to game?
Where did you learn to fly?
Where did you learn about
to
legal
fly?
proceedings?
Oh my god, no.
Well done. Portal now open.
Oh,
Portal open.
go to the portal. So it's funny, because I used to just not like this game. I thought it was stupid, garbage, bad, and I don't know whether I've matured or that I've played so many actually bad games that my opinion on this is completely turned around.
You've played something like 300 platformers just in the last year alone, so I would say your taste has matured. You're more realistic.
Luck.
You're more likely to know what games are worth shitting on, as opposed to those that are just kind of misunderstood. And I would argue that's the case for this one.
Work.
It's not terrible. It legit isn't. You can play it.
It's got goals, it's got, you know, something to do.
Well done.
I can figure out how to play it. I was able to beat a couple of levels.
It does have 3D playfields, and what is this? Oh, let me use one of the buttons to look alongside me.
Work.
Ooh, check that out.
Whoa, very cinematic.
It's like a caterpillar or something. Oh yeah, the keypad, all the buttons do everything. They all have functions. This is the one you need for that. There's one button that engages a reticle.
Oh, wow.
That's helpful. You can look to the... You can do a first-person view. You can look to the right, to the left, just like B-17 Bomber.
Pod in trouble.
Look, lady. I'm trying to show off the Jaguar to make it look good. And these caterpillars, they have power-ups. So we got the three-way shot, which actually shoots 2 bullets. Don't worry about it.
Yes, thank you, BB-8. She absolutely is. That's why I say she would make a great emote. She is the ultimate backseat gamer.
That's all she does. She
Well
backseat
done.
games.
Also, apparently there's none of these on Franker Faces, so something to consider.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll do that this weekend.
Who doesn't like the Where Did You
Well
Learn to Fly
done.
lady?
She's perfect. She looks like a member of the Green Lady group instead of like you know, that group. That joke was really bad.
Green
Don't-
Lady group.
No, don't laugh at that. That was bad.
So one thing I didn't mention is you can destroy the pods, and if you destroy enough, you abort the mission and you have to start it over again. It's not all a ray of sunshine in this game.
Well done.
You gotta put in the work.
So would you say this is a game for intellectuals?
I would. It's the thinking man shooter. Other pluses, these are genuine 3D environments with changes in elevation. You can make out mountains and valleys, and really that's about it, because of the lack of detail.
Well done.
But you gotta take what you can get. And believe it or not, I don't even think this is the worst pack-in game.
Really?
Now, I can't name a worse one off the top of my head, but I'm sure someone can name one, and I'll be like, yeah, that one. So please go ahead. Super Mario World, a piece of shit. I should think of a better example.
Let's see. Did the N-Gage have a pack-in?
Oh no, they strapped down that pod! That poor pod! It's struggling to be free!
Free them! Free the pod!
Does Twitch allow pod bondage?
Oh, Jesus, probably not. Let's see, Chad has some ideas about what that bad game may be. They're saying Keith Courage, Snail Maze...
Well done.
I'd say this is better than Keith Courage. Keith Courage is not so good. But this at least shows you a little bit of what the system can do. Yeah, let's go with that. Cybermorph better than Keith Courage.
Think it's better than Snail Maze?
The staff sends his personal thanks for saving all the pods. Oh wait, I lied, you do get bonus ships. So fuck what I said earlier.
Yeah, don't listen to Danny.
You should totally get all the points. There's sea pirates here. I really wish there was music. I miss it.
Good luck.
It doesn't even have to be a lot, just like maybe a techno backing beat. I don't ask for much.
Just like, you just want one amen break, thank you.
All I want is 3 square meals a day and a couple of amen breaks, and I'm good. Oh, they have the pods. Come back here.
You know, I still have Winamp open if you want me to play more of that pre-show playlist.
I'm good.
Okay.
I did tell Alex to have a music playlist ready in case the deafening void becomes too much for people to listen to. I may end up doing that during AVP.
Well, I hope you like murdering aliens to, you know, the Infogrames theme. I wish I had Buck Bumble in that playlist. Ugh, I'm a clown.
Right about now, it's time to rock.
Good work.
With the Biggity Buck Bumble. Alright, this level is starting to become tough. Look at all these projectiles everywhere.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed. Look, bridges! You can fly under the bridges.
Oh my god.
And go over the neon purple mountains.
I do like the colors used in this game.
Yeah. They're not exactly conventional. You gotta use your imagination a little bit. Which, if nothing else, was a common theme with 2600 games. The graphics were very primitive, so you had to use your imagination. Again, just look at it as an evolution of Atari's game plan.
Well done.
You know, I can see that. Yeah, that's actually a real good way to think of it, because, again, these games are much more arcadey.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any RPGs on this system?
I don't think there was. Not a single one. At least not with that hard file size limit.
True.
See, back on Super Nintendo, Chrono Trigger was 4 megabytes. Whereas on this system, 4 megabyte carts were reserved for surefire hits, like White Man Can't Jump. And also Kasumi Ninja.
Alright, let me check this. Apparently there was a Jaguar RPG. I'm clicking on it.
Oh, was it Homebrew or something?
It is a,
Oh, that's one of those later Telegames releases. That is yet another ball of wax, adding to the one I mentioned before. Yeah, after the Jaguar died, after Atari pulled its official support, Telegames ended up publishing a few games that were completed but not yet released to the market. And some of those games are pretty rare.
Yeah, apparently this started out on the Atari Falcon, which, there's actually a couple of games from the Atari Falcon, which was Atari ST line, part of the Atari ST line. A lot of these, not a lot, but some of these games were later ported to the Jaguar, so...
Yeah, and that's what makes showcasing the Jaguar so difficult, because the majority, well, maybe not the majority, but a large portion of the library is just ports. Specifically ports from last-gen systems, 16-bit ports, ports of games from the Atari ST or Amiga, and that's why you see so many games that are just purely 2D, because that's what the Jaguar was best at.
Rip.
Oh,
wait, you lived!
The Perennia are suffering badly now. Isn't that the medical name for the taint? Anyway, let's go on to like level 5 or something.
Jesus Christ. Also, the Ultima, we do not have Attack of the Mutant Penguins on the docket because we do not have a copy of that with us. However, we are getting a flash cart for this system, so yeah, we will be playing it eventually.
That's another thing, yeah. Without a flash cart, you have to actually buy these fucking things, which I don't really want to. There was one game that I did want to buy for this stream, and I did, and I don't regret it. Any of the other ones, a lot of them are expensive. Many of them are very bad, and the only way I want to show off Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy is if it's pirated. I cannot in good conscience pay money for that game.
But it's furry and
Have you seen it?
Great.
You have to see it in action.
Okay.
It seriously looks like a prototype Amiga shooter.
Danny, can I torture you for a second?
Sure.
Got something funny from chat.
Uh-huh.
Bubsy's perineum. Think about that. Think about that. You put this curse on us.
Well,
you brought this up.
it's been nice knowing y'all, but when Twitch bans us, I'll have to say that I understand.
Good work.
I got too cybermorph to even change the name.
Outlaw pirate. Outlaw private. Pod prisons.
No prisons for pods. Pod abolition now.
Oh, look at these beach houses. These aliens set up beach houses.
Are
Fuck
there people
them.
in them waving at you?
There is if you read the game fan review. Alright, you want to touch on that?
Okay, so there is a very, would you say famous or infamous? I'm going to say infamous review of Cybermorph in the old days of Die Hard Game Fan, where I'll just go to the punchline. Someone dosed the coffee pot at Die Hard Game Fan with LSD, and the reviewer drank that coffee and wrote a review of Cybermorph that was full of inaccuracies because he played it while high as fuck on
Just
acid,
out of his gourd, yeah.
ripping his ass off. It's all about people in the windows of the buildings waving at you.
There was stuff like, you can drive by buildings and see people in the windows waving at you, which never happens.
And it ends with it's really bizarre, and it ends with the line, what is it? Atari is
back, come and pet the cat.
Yeah, I think about that constantly.
This is a lavish 8-page review where they published tons of screenshots. In that same issue, I think they called Jaguar Best New Console of 1993. Does that have anything to do with that? I don't know. What do you think? But yeah, reading that review, it becomes so clear that whoever was writing that was just high as shit, and it's kind of amazing. Oh, if only you could blame all the Game Fan scandals on LSD. Anyway, I'll try out this other planet here. I was hoping to show off more of the weapons, but they're kind of hard to collect. And you activate them with the keypad buttons, which I'm not too familiar with.
Good work.
The reason I was laughing was ZJ Combo in chat mentioned that review got them to buy the system.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How was the Jaguar experience, come to think of it? I mean, some people liked it. There's a lot of people who defend it to this day. Oh, look at that! Crab! That was a hermit crab. Did you see that? He waved at me.
Danny, please. Danny, you haven't been microdosing today, have you?
Check it out. It's a mutant camel.
ZJ Combo really liked having the Jag, so...
It was unique. It had a bunch of games that weren't on any other system. And this pack-in game, I'd say, makes a pretty good impression. Maybe not as good of an impression as, Virtua Fighter or something. But still, quit shooting me, you dang crab.
Let's see, Feltemp Ratio mentions that they grew up with the Jag and had a good time with it. And speaking of Feltemp gave a gift sub to Invisible Icarus. Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, nice, thank you.
It's September. That means that the feral hog that has been unleashed on our lawn by Subway is now... Oh, good! They've decided to unleash a jaguar. Just
Excellent.
A literal jaguar to take care of it. That's cool.
Very thematically appropriate. Yeah, if anyone grew up with a jaguar or has experience with it, let us know, because we're trying to put this in its right context. It's not completely devoid of good games. You just gotta know where to look.
I think from everything I'm seeing in chat, most folks really liked Club Drive for the Jaguar. That was their favorite that was their favorite game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not one we have, but once we get the flash cart, we'll be able to check it out, along with literally everything else. I'm looking forward to that.
Also seeing praise for Tempest 2000 and Evolution Dino Dudes.
Oh yeah, Evolution. That came out real early in the system's life. I've been curious about that one. And Tempest, we're going to show later. I figure that's a showstopper, so we're going to stop the show with it. Is this planet underwater?
Affy mentions a good line from that microdosed Jaguar review. The Jag will have it all. No putt-putts, no bird's life, just solid, inventive 64-bit games from programmers with animation.
Yes.
That's right, eat shit, Digby. You never would show up on the Jaguar.
Digby,
never.
you ain't got shit for animation. Now look at this.
Where did you learn to fly?
Digby would never ask me where I learned to fly. You know okay, go ahead.
Fuck it, I'll tell this story from chat. Splatterpop from chat says, my only experience with the Jaguar was a rich kid I knew whose parents didn't believe in cleaning and had dogs and were toilet trained, and the Jaguar was the console he said they peed in.
Oh no. That's the worst one to pee in because it doesn't have a dust cover for the cartridge.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm worried about. Like, I have cats. They're gonna, like, shit ton of fur is gonna get in there. You have to always keep a cartridge in there.
Thank you, Hachiko Syndrome, for the raid.
Oh yeah, welcome. We were playing Jaguar games.
This is a nightmare. It's been a nightmare stream, so, you know.
That was
prepare
Cybermorph.
yourself.
That's the pack-in game. But that is just the appetizer for the main event. Because next up, we got a true blockbuster. A game that, if Atari is to be believed, sold more than 1-to-1 for every console.
Holy shit.
Like, the console sold 100,000 and they claim sales of this for 150,000. Not sure how the math works out. Maybe I should do the math. But next up is Alien vs. Predator. And that is Alien, singular. For the later games and movies, they changed that to Aliens.
Okay, so I have something to say about that, but real quick, thank you, Hachiko Syndrome, for the resub. I've been subbed 16 months, baby.
16, nice. Thank you.
Congrats. Also, if I can say about what pisses old Alex off here, Predators are aliens.
Yeah, Alex pointed this out earlier. Oh, check it out.
We gotta see Cat Cube!
There it is.
Cat Cube! Cat Cube!
Come and pet the
Okay.
cat cube.
Need to calm down.
Yeah, Alex pointed this out earlier. How can it be Alien versus Predator when the Predators themselves are also aliens? I love this title screen. Look at this. See the alien just putting its hand on the thing's face.
He's literally saying talk to the hand. It's the ultimate 90s bullshit. I love it.
So there's a lot to say about this game. First of all, this is one of the games I'm going to be using overlays with. That's right, it's not just for Intellivision. Atari Jaguar included little plastic overlays to put over the keypad so you can see what all the in-game functions are. This is based on the Aliens mythos, so you got Wayland Yutani up to their old tricks again. And what this game is, in canon, is a simulation that allows you to experience an alien attack. The aliens have invaded a ship. Things are starting to burst out of people's chests.
That's no good.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Does this part have music?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, good. Well, don't get used to it, because the game itself doesn't. This is the big one. This is an early game from Rebellion, who later made many other Alien vs. Predator games for PC. Nowadays, their big hit is the Sniper Elite series.
Oh, wow.
And even back then, this got some coverage. It got good scores in magazines. Some people said it's the only good Jaguar game. And I guess we're going to put that to the test. So let me give you some idea of what the overlay has. Buttons 1 through 3 are different weapons. Button 4 is a different weapon. 5 and 6 have a giant Wayland Yutani logo over them, so I assume they're not used.
Let me see.
See that?
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's a big W.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, I love that overlay.
Button 7 is strafe left. Button 8 is your map. Button 9 allows you to strafe right. And if you hit asterisk and pound together, you reset the game.
Cool.
Everyone got that?
Got it.
That's only like 12 inputs you need to keep in mind. Interesting thing about this game, it allows you to play 3 separate campaigns, and they all play completely differently. We're going to go with the Colonial Marine at first, because that's the meat and potatoes of the game.
Boo.
Don't worry, we'll get to the alien and the predator.
Okay, good, because Chad wants to see him kiss, and you know what? Fuck it, so do I. Kiss, boys.
This is AAA gaming on the Atari Jaguar. Why would you ever pick the Colonial Marine? But apparently this is the big part of the game. This is the one that has the most depth. And the playthrough is approximately twice as long as the other characters. Alright, so you, in this simulation, play a fake Colonial Marine who was being punished for striking an officer. And he gets put aboard this doomed ship as penance.
Okay, we got a Cybermorph story from chat, Danny, if you don't mind me sharing.
Okay.
Overblown Ego mentions that they were at when they were about 4 or 5, they were at a tech show, and there was a video game demo booth with Cybermorph, Star Fox, and Sonic 2. They got in line to play Sonic, but they were randomly assigning games to people. Overblown Ego got assigned Cybermorph, and they started bawling loud tears.
Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry.
They were just crashing repeatedly and being yelled at by that lady. I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Alright, when the alternative is Sonic 2, that just makes it even more tragic. I'm sorry you went through that. Alright, Alex, pump up the Elgato volume, because you want to hear this.
Okay.
What on earth got a hold of this guy?
Oh my god.
This game has voice acting that kicks in randomly every time you pick up a new weapon. You're apparently Duke Nukem, the Space Marine. And you got a whole bunch of weapons. And as the Space Marine, you gotta find them. Whereas the other characters, they get them in different ways. Sorry if you hear this extremely creaky D-pad over this game's ambiance. It happens. You can hit 8 to bring up an auto map.
Cool.
So that's pretty nice. And really, this game sells itself on its ambiance. The creepiness of being in an abandoned station except for all these killer aliens.
So is it the killer aliens, or is it the killer aliens that are aliens and predators?
We're gonna find out. So the aliens go down in 3 shotgun blasts. And here's another interesting part of this game. These corpses, they don't leave. They stay there for the whole game, the entire time you're playing. If you walk over them, you take damage because they bleed acid. So through the whole game, you have to consider where you kill the enemies, not just the fact that you're killing them. Because if you crisscross through a level, you don't want to be stepping in all that blood.
Okay, Hachiko Syndrome also mentions that yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. The predators are aliens, and Hachiko mentions that the aliens are also predators if you think about it.
Oh, that's true.
So it's just like self-descriptor versus self-descriptor. Let's go.
Which is the predator and which is the alien?
Make you think.
Let's get that old level schematic.
Computer
Okay.
engaged.
Now, as the Colonial Marine, you have the ability to engage with computers.
That's sweet. Do you think the computer will accept my ring?
I hope so. Oh, this just says what we're in for.
Wait, are we in prison?
Yeah. It's a prison ship where things went wrong.
So are we in prison for just being too damn cool?
Oh, check that out.
It's got a library. You gotta go to the library. Danny, go to the library.
Okay, we'll check out the library.
Yes!
Another thing about this game, this uses a persistent map that all 3 characters use. There's just one map. It has multiple levels and an elevator, but it is just one map that's all strung together contiguously. Which I think is pretty neat. A lot of these first-person shooters just had unique levels, but this is a game with just one map that you constantly crisscross.
Computer
Oh, right.
engaged.
C is the first button, not the last button. This is not a Sega Genesis. The button layout is CBA for some reason.
Wait, we're in prison for striking a superior officer? So we beat up a cop or something?
Yeah, we're in here for beating up a cop, and the punishment is aliens.
I mean, that's a pretty bad punishment. No one, I mean, I
Look at
don't
these
think
guys.
that's very, you know.
Look at them. They're hungry. Let's let them out. Oh, shit. I got backed up against the wall. You don't want that to happen. These aliens, man. Out of bullets. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Turn off the map. So in a sense, this is kind of a true survival horror game, right? Because the focus is on killing enemies strategically, saving ammo, and just generally avoiding combat if you can. This came out the same year as Doom, and it feels really, really different, not like it's copying it, which so many other games did. Okay, we're good on ammo for now.
God, I can really hear that controller creak.
I know, it's so plasticky. You have to really push down on it. And yet the D-pad is pretty capable. I don't really have many missed inputs. It's just you gotta really dig in. Now eventually, as the Marine, you get to the next floor and you find a motion detector, which really turns this into an Aliens game. So you're always looking at this map, trying to figure out where those dang aliens are. Also, I read a walkthrough. The aliens take 3 shotgun blasts. The Predators take 20. So you want to get better weapons before you fight the Predators.
Oh, this came out a year after Doom? Okay.
Oh, did it? Okay. Well, it was still pretty close. I guess Doom was 93, huh?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, Yaddle, you need those, because it was made in the USA, you need those strong American thumbs to play those.
Totally.
Are those Predator aliens?
The controller does feel like a giant hamburger, thus making it more American. It's like you're gripping a giant double meat Whataburger. Everyone has that frame of reference, right? You know what a double meat Whataburger feels like in your
everybody
hands.
hears double meat Whataburger and they think of the double meat Whataburger and not like pervert stuff because our chat's normal.
They would never think of pervert stuff.
Yeah, they hear grabbing double meat and they're just like, normal, fine.
I'm thinking of grabbing hamburgers, like a normal American.
Normal Texas hamburgers. Is the controller smaller than the Duke? Is that smaller than the Duke?
I'd say they're equivalent.
Yeah.
It honestly looks not totally different from the Duke. Just way more buttons.
That's a good question. Was Rebellion the folks who made the AVP game with the new underwear rebate promotion because you're gonna shit yourself because it was too scary?
I think so, yeah. They did a lot of AVP games, so it's very likely the same team.
Drinking games? Are you sure you want... Well, I hope that's... We got a lot of bits from Drinking Games. 1,500 bits plus
Holy cow.
150 extra Subway bits.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm about to die here.
For that,
If only my Marine had a delicious Subway sandwich.
he will. You'll. I'm hacking. They're hacking that in the game right now, and they're gonna be. Let's see. Looks like they're debating between leg ham and crusted predator juice. I don't know what that means. That sounds disgusting, and yet I'm all for it.
Leg
I'm
ham,
here for it.
my favorite kind of ham. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so how do I use this elevator? Maybe it's one of these buttons. No, I pushed all of them and it's none of them. Maybe it's... Oh, Joe, jeez. Oh. Well,
you got acid.
that's a thing that can happen when you're aboard the prison ship. Yeah, if you go to the next floor, you get the motion detector, and that's when you really get your shit started. You find a plasma rifle, then you're all set to go. But unfortunately, our life ended a little bit early.
Oh, I love that embossing. Smebble Bear mentions that the free underwear Alien vs. Predator promo involved my favorite brand of underwear, and yours too, Big Dog's brand underwear.
Oh, nice! You get a free quality pair of underwear.
Because you shit yourself because Alien vs. Predator was just too damn scary.
So that was a little bit too complex for me. Why don't we scale things back and be the Alien?
Cool.
Which, honestly, has gameplay mechanics I've never seen anywhere else, and I wish some people would rip it off, because I think it's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, Loveless, that's, we mentioned earlier, but yeah, I think the Jaguars specifically have the high scores because they're trying to compete with, they're trying to be more arcade-like.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense when you put it in that context. Even this game has a high score screen. Oh, this is the sound of an inlay fitting into a Jaguar controller. Listen to how plasticky this is.
Ooh.
Anyone getting the ASMR from this? Wait, I'm the one supposed to be delivering ASMR. Anyway, look at this layout, Alex. What can you tell me about this one? First of all, the first 2 rows are entirely blanked out with stylized art of the alien itself, so you don't use those.
I see map and left and right, and then a cool alien head.
Yeah, the alien keeps it simple. You don't get different weapons, so the overlay is, it's very simple.
Also, is that the no, I guess that's a decoration, not the plastic cracking. Looks like the alien, got slobber all over it.
That's realistic. It's acid. You know what acid does to Jaguar controllers?
Alright, one thing we will discuss the new Far-Fetched evolution on Friday, not today.
Right. We have a whole day for this.
And also...
Oh, cool, the Jaguar Cube.
Thank you for making a Jaguar Cube for us. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. Jaguar Cat Cube is perfect. Are they a cinnamon roll? No, they're a cube.
So the humans and predators, they have higher thinking skills. They can form sentences. As an alien, you are driven by instinct, and you understand very simple concepts like rescue the queen, and that's it. You gotta rescue the queen. I like that you keep your hand up. Just a friendly, giving everyone a friendly hello. Right at the beginning, some dude right on my ass.
So is this your ship? Because this looks like a different ship.
This is a different part of the ship.
Okay.
You start in a different portion. Each character does.
This part of the ship looks very, H.R. Giger-esque or whatever. You gotta cocoon the enemies. How do you do that?
Alright, so what you do is you go up to the enemy and you claw, tail, claw. That is the cocoon sequence you need to do.
Okay.
And after that, you walk over them. And that's where it gets interesting, because these cocoons, they will grow in the background as you explore this ship. And the game is designed in such a way where the alien can't heal itself, and you're eventually going to die. And what happens is when you die, and you have a fully realized cocoon, you start from there. You just take the role of another alien, resuming the previous alien's quest.
That's disgusting. I love it.
That's amazing. I can't think of any other game that does that. That is a really neat concept. Just the idea that, no, you're not going to live on your own, but using this weird-ass mechanic, you can make it happen. It's kind of like a really basic New Game Plus, I guess. Also, the humans fight in packs because they are cowards.
They are cowards.
You have all these different attacks. You got the tail, the claw, and the inner mouth, which can take down humans in one hit.
Wow, they hate that.
Oh, I don't think... No, I didn't have a cocoon ready, so I'm just dead.
Damn.
Let's try that again.
Okay.
But this is cool. It's not like any other first-person shooter, and they were doing this way back in '94. They tried, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess Tokyo Jungle kind of did the same thing, but it was like Offspring that you made that you got to use as your extra lives.
Oh, it did. Yeah, the little puppies that would follow you around. Yeah.
All right, question here. Can you eat humans for health like in the other Alien vs. Predator game?
You can't in this one. There's no way to restore your health as the alien. You can do that as the predator or the human, though.
So why are the alien and the predators fighting?
The predators are doing it for honor.
Of course.
They're driven by honor, the thrill of the hunt, and they're hunting both humans and aliens. And the aliens are particularly hard to kill among alien species. Can I open this? Yes, I can.
You start off as a face hugger in Alien vs. Predator 2? That kind of rules.
Wow, that's cool. Let's leave that area for now. Let's see what we can do out in the main hallway.
So the predators are just like trophy hunters.
Yeah.
Okay, and the alien, I don't know. I'm actually rooting for the alien here because they may be like, useless brained or whatever. But
They're just like giant insects, basically.
yeah, I can appreciate that. I get insects. I get the whole, being a dumb being like, a useless bug. Totally love that bug life, big fan.
Love that bug. Mm-hmm. Okay, we have one cocoon here. Over time, that will grow. I have to really worry about getting into encounters with enemies and trying to sneak behind them. Luckily, you are pretty powerful, but their gunfire does take its toll. Should also mention I'm not an expert at this game. I'm just going off of walkthroughs.
Wow, they really hate when you bite them with your big mouth.
Yeah, they don't like it at all. Well, let's close the airlock.
Yeah, I love the HUD with the weird slobber and slime on it. That's kind of
Yeah, the characters all have their own different HUDs and abilities and stuff. Really ties the game together. I guess we can't use that airlock.
Oh, okay. What is a Predalien? Did they hybrid the Predator and the Alien to make like
I'm not familiar with that.
some kind of slobbery smart asshole? I don't like that. I don't want the aliens to have intelligence. No.
Predaliens, the slobbery smart assholes of the universe.
Aliens should be both himbos, bimbos, and whatever bows. They are like insects. They're like June bugs. They will fly into the wall and they don't care. They have very little instinct other than, well, they do have instinct. That's all they have, and that's flying into walls. The June bugs have finally hatched in our yard, and they are annoying as hell.
That dude flamethrowered me.
That's not good.
At least my cocoon's coming along. Look at it. You can see it in the lower left.
Oh, you can! It looks like...
Yeah, you can store up to 3 extra cocoons, which are basically 3 extra lives. The problem is it takes time to cocoon, and you're going to take damage while that happens. Oh shit, there's 2 of them. Oh, I gotta let my little alien grow.
Oh, I see it growing.
It hatched.
Oh, you've got a baby!
Okay, well, that's it for alien number 1. Take over alien number 2.
Hello, I'm here.
And there you go, that's the gameplay loop of Alien vs. Predator. You have to eventually clear out this station using your own breeding capabilities, which is kind of fucked up to think about.
That is wild.
But yeah, it's distinctly different from just your basic go around and shoot stuff scenario. And I admire them for trying that. They legit wanted to do something very different for this game. They should make working airlocks, though. Eventually, you start to traverse through vents, which is where aliens are at their best. Just ask any alien. Mm-hmm. They're all like, oh, I love the vents.
That's just, some bugs, like, millipedes, they like water and rotting leaves. And spiders, they like corners. And, aliens, they like, vents.
How's everyone dealing with the lack of music?
Chat's been pretty active, and we've been talking about a lot of important things,
okay.
Like xenobos and thembos, and all the different kind of bows that the aliens may be.
I'm hiding. I'm the cowardly alien.
All everyone can hear is the controller wrenching around. So.
Good.
Let me turn up the quiet moans of the background up a little bit.
Yeah, this game has limited audio, but it's pretty effective. Okay, I gotta find a lone human to cocoon him up.
Okay.
I like the noises you make. They're very creepy.
It sucks. Okay, so... Alright, some folks don't like the music, don't like the lack of music. Some folks love the lack of music here, so...
It's an approach to take. Not a common one. Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm no good at this game. But you get how to play it. And finally, let's show off your friend and mine, the Predator.
I love him. The intellectual alien.
Now, if you read the manual for this game, it's online. All the introductions to the different characters are written in character. So the Marine is all like a really gruff military guy. The alien is just like speaking in single words, barely stringing together sentences. And the Predator, the way they envision them, the Predator's kind of full of himself. Because it's all like, oh, you're going to encounter humans, but they're no problem for you. What you really got to worry about is these aliens, man. That's the true test of a hunter's skill.
That rules. I
like
love that.
I like that they shit talk humans. Yeah, that
Oh, that's fair. I need to see Predator again. I really like that movie.
was a good movie. All right, here's my Predator overlay. This has about as many icons as the Colonial Marine does.
But aren't there more buttons available to press?
Yeah, a little bit.
So they're intelligent enough to use all the buttons.
My God, you're right. You have to be a Predator to appreciate the Jaguar controller. And just like the other characters, the Predator also has unique mechanics. You get access to his thermal heat vision and his invisibility cloak. But if you kill people while cloaked, you lose points. And points determines the weapons you have access to. So you gotta kill with honor. So let's kill honorably.
Okay, speaking of honor, Hachiko Syndrome mentions that apparently in one of the Alien versus Predator comics, there's a woman who has a Predator and an alien queen wife, and I just gotta say that
You get two wives?
That is the most powerful polycule on fucking Earth. Like, if
Ain't nobody gonna fuck with that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you don't mess with that. You see them at the Denny's, and you smile and nod, and you do not engage.
So this is the Predator portion of the ship, where the Predators have changed the wallpaper to look more like them.
Why?
I don't know. And at first, all you have is this punch, which sucks. After killing honorably so many humans, you eventually get access to a pole and then a discus. So the Predator has some really cool weapons.
That lady's also a cyber goth. Cool.
Neat.
I want to be I'm sorry. I'm changing my entire persona to be a cyber goth who's married to a Predator and an alien. I'm so sorry to do this to everybody, but please go with it. I need to change my life, and I need to be a cyber goth.
Me too.
Okay, you want to be a cyber goth too?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, first of all, we need to grow out our hair, or we need to get hair extensions. We can make them out of plastic.
Yeah. Now, as the Predator, you start in your own little safe zone where there's only a few humans, and there's a couple of med kits around which you want to collect. The Predator is unique because he has a button on his controller dedicated to healing. If you hold down the heal button, or heal down the hold button, you'll start to recover health.
Yeah, we're gonna be we're either the retro goths or the cyber goths. We're cyber goth pals, I should say. We're just totally changing. I'm getting huge mohawk and headphone jack vibes from this background, by the way.
Okay, we should maybe escape the Predator zone. This is not pleasant to look at. Well, the Predator does have different viewing modes. Let me ask you if these make it any better. How about this? Any better?
I'm dying!
Is one or two better? Better or worse if I do this?
Alright, I take it back. I prefer the weird melted cheese on...
They constructed their portion of the ship out of delicious nacho cheese.
So they are more intelligent than us.
They are.
Okay.
They also put up with more punishment than the aliens do, so you can get shot a bunch. Yeah, fuck it. This is starting to get to me, too, so we should get to the main ship.
It's like mac and cheese. That's what it looks like. It looks like mac and cheese in some profane, obscene shapes.
It's a very early 3D game, basically. They were doing what they could. But if you start to feel ill, feel free to face away from the screen.
Cool, I'm gonna see chat, and the first thing I see is mac and cheese vor levels, so this is
perfect.
Normal time. Grilled cheese shipwich, the nacho cheese ship fondue.
Uh-oh, I'm starting to feel it.
Okay.
I'm getting the vomit sweats.
No, Danny, no, please don't vomit on air.
This could be our first live vom.
You gotta wait till after, you can do it.
Oh god, the portion up ahead better lead me back to the ship.
See, it ain't easy being cheesy. Mac and cheese and me. I don't remember the Windows May screensaver being this yellow. Jesus. It's true, though.
Oh, okay, well, you know what? I think we get the idea. I'm gonna quit here so we can have the rest of the stream. without me barfing into the microphone.
Cool.
How about that?
All right. I've put up the interstitial as well.
So that's Alien vs. Predator, a very unique corridor first-person shooter. Not a clone of anything. It legit tried to do different things, and I could imagine Jaguar owners appreciated that. They had Doom as well, so you got the best of the FPSs as well as your own unique offshoot you can call your own. Good for you, AVP.
Thanks.
You're pretty decent.
Thanks, AVP, even though you're both predators and aliens.
We may never solve that mystery.
It's like the two Spider-Men pointing at each other, you know? It's like you're both the same thing. You should be getting along. Like, you know, it's like an odd couple situation. You've got the bumbling aliens who are just making a mess all over the entirety of the Predator's house, and the Predator is just like, "Alien, have you cocooned the delivery man again?" And the alien just like...
Okay, we're out of the vomit zone. And here we are with Iron Soldier. You like music? Because this game's got it.
Yes.
Put a 32X on the Jaguar. That would open a black hole, I'm pretty sure. This game also has Amiga art.
Oh my god, that is so Amiga art. I love it.
Now, if you like overlays with words on it, boy, have I got the game for you.
Alright.
Look at all these words.
Oh, that's too many words!
They're tiny.
Shoulder mount. Oh.
Look at that Amiga-ass mech.
Oh my god. That is perfect. Okay. You have so many words here. You've got left hip, right hand, left hand. This is like... What is this, quad?
Hey, these robot hips don't lie. You get to control them individually. Hey, you didn't appreciate that brilliant joke. You just went, psh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just so glad to be hearing music again.
Let me just resize the screen so we can see the hips at full size.
So anyway, industrialization has failed. It ruined the planet, and the only solution is a 42-foot-tall piloted robot known as the Iron Soldier.
Wait. Is this supposed to stop pollution?
Yes,
Got a question.
it's gas-powered.
Ow.
So this is a first-person shooter where you are in a big-ass robot rampaging across all these cityscapes. Google says this is one of the top 5 Atari Jaguar games, and who am I to argue? Still fighting off the nausea here.
Yeah, you need a break? Do you need to cut to like some interstitial music?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Do you want to play this?
Sure, yeah. Give you a break.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Wait a minute. You're trying to get me to play a really complicated game.
Oh, there's nothing complicated about left hip, right hip, left shoulder, right shoulder.
This has the Wolfpack rocket launcher, the Charlotte rail cannon, the Rachel's Gatling gun. Are you sure you want me to do this?
Do it.
It's got the Cassie assault rifle.
I'm putting Alex in control of a giant robot, so
It's a bad idea, Danny.
everyone watch your back.
Alright, hold on, let me just adjust the screen a little bit more here. Perfect, now you can see the whole robot ass. If
Is
robot
the
has
music
any.
volume good?
I think that's good.
Okay.
Let us know if I need to turn it up. I will totally turn it up. Special thanks to Kathy
Stormin' Norman Kowalski.
and Kathy Sleeper. Speak up.
She's a sleeper agent.
What are the options? Good, okay.
The test music is Industria, as was the style at the time. Alright, so who's played this? Who's played some Iron Soldier? This game, I believe, got ported to PlayStation eventually, maybe some other platforms. There was also an Iron Soldier 2 for Jaguar CD, and Iron Soldier 3, which came out on the Nuon. We haven't mentioned it yet, but the Nuon is actually a continuation of the Atari Jaguar. It uses a lot of the same staff, a lot of the people who created the hardware. It was just all continued with the Nuon, so that's why there's so many similar games.
Alright, Resistance wants me to destroy a local Iron Fist warehouse complex. I've got to follow the road out of town to get there, grab any supplies I can find. Gotcha.
Okay, so Iron Soldier 3 was the one with the PS1 port. I've been informed. And yeah, that would be a Telegames release, because of course it is. So here's your badass robot.
He just has a...
He's flat-shaded, like everything else on Jaguar. But he's got a gun.
Okay, I guess I have I'm a robot, which is not even an inbuilt gun, it's just a gun I'm holding?
Okay, so some people did play Iron Soldier 3 on PS1.
Okay.
So you can think of this as a slightly more primitive version of that. Now, right now you're in advanced controls, which allows you to move and shoot independently. What you can do is set your robot to just walk forward and put it on cruise control and just aim and stuff.
How do I... Okay. Alright,
If you're having trouble, consult your little sheet on the keypad.
Okay. Does that walk forward?
Some Blomby-looking robots. Yeah, this is high-quality Blomby technology.
How do I... Okay, I see.
There you go.
You have to press C and... Okay.
It's a little bit complicated, especially if you enable the advanced controls. And I would say this is one of the few games that justifies the keypad, because the advanced controls, they really mean it. They want you to put your robot on autopilot so you can keep walking while you shoot stuff. Which is
Okay.
generally a good idea,
What
not
do
to be
I
a sitting
need to
duck.
shoot? Oh god, okay, okay, I don't want to crash into the thing here. Hey, whoever's shooting me? That's
The briefing said to follow the road and destroy the factories.
okay. Well,
The factories are all in this dirt area outside the city. And you can just step on the tanks if you want, because you're a robot.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the robot walking or skipping? Yep, it's a very slow skip through the city.
That looks like a factory. That's a factory, right?
Yeah, go ahead and destroy it. Some of the buildings, they give you power-ups, so it's a good idea to destroy them. The mountains look nice. Yeah, they do. Look at that. That's a nice painted backdrop. You also have a punch, which you can engage by using the keypad. It's called your manipulator.
Stop walking!
It's fine.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try using... So shooting does nothing. Don't shoot. It doesn't...
It'll eventually work.
Whoever's shooting at me... Who's shooting at me?
I'm just glad we finally have background music. That was like a solid hour of silent void.
There's 3 helicopters trying to shoot at me, huh? Well, stop it.
Definitely borrowing from Mech Warrior 2. Yeah, I could see that. Mech sims were kind of big at the time, and that makes sense that they would make one for Jaguar. And they tried to make them as complex as the PC sims, even.
They sure did.
It's kind of a challenge just to sit and pivot to shoot enemies, much less be on the move.
Come on. Hey, tank?
Is this indicative of how Alex drives? Alex is not allowed to drive.
That's true, I'm not. I went to the DMV one time and they were just like, no. I was,
Yeah, your license just says no on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there you go.
Okay. Who else is shooting at me? You. Stop it. There we go. Okay, so everyone's dead. I'm almost dead.
We got
but-
some real Mech Warrior heads in the chat. I'm curious how this stands up. I mean, graphically it's kind of lacking, but I would
Okay.
argue the gameplay isn't terrible. Yeah, there you go. Now what you gotta do is go up to a building and just start wailing on it. That's your punch, by the way.
Oh my god, I do have a... Okay, alright, okay. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna start punching some factories. Look
Watch
at
out,
me.
factory. Your days are numbered. Slowly walking up to the factory. Factory, your motherfucking life ends 24 hours from now. Oh, you got it.
Hey! I got it! That was cool! Okay, alright. I deem this game good.
And you got... Oh, I think that was a piece of scrap.
No,
Yeah, it
no,
was made of
forward,
cubes.
Forward.
I kind of like how things explode in this game. It's very cubish. Very Minecraftian.
Is that not B?
You're getting it.
Okay.
It's making a
forward.
noise. It shows an explosion. Those are the cubes they used to make the cat cubes.
Alright, there's
Oh,
a
there we
cube.
go. That looks delicious. Eat it.
Do I press the button to get it, or does it... I got
Yeah.
repair!
Uh-huh.
And it means nothing.
Oh, there's games like Mech Assault 2, the Mech Warrior series. That used to be a huge genre until it wasn't. People just kind of stopped caring about mech games all of a sudden.
Can we bring them back? Can we bring back mechs?
Oh, never mind. I forgot about Armored Core.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few genres that just got dropped all of a sudden. Like, remember when they used to make space flight games? Like, a lot of them? Not so much anymore.
Okay.
Was that a checkout counter? Oh, I thought that was a... thought that was a computer monitor. It's a vent.
Yeah, that's the vent all the aliens are hiding in.
Oh, right, Daemon Ex Machina. Okay. Yeah, once again, fuck what I said. I'm wrong. People still love their mechs.
Okay, they do? Okay, good. Thank you for loving mech.
Delicious cubes.
You.
You want me to take over?
Do you want to take over?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what do you think?
I am absolutely terrible at these kind of games and all that, but I am not hating this as much as I thought I would. All right, let me pause.
It's pretty neat, and you get to set it on easy mode, which is legit easy. You did not pause because you hit the options button, which is where the start button usually is.
Of course.
Where the select button usually is a dedicated pause button that says pause on it.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is.
One thing the Jaguar has over other systems, a dedicated pause button. Okay, so let's set this. Let's just start this fucker going in some direction. See if we can figure out where to go. Yeah, the basic controls are nice because you can actually move and turn. Turning adds a couple of extra buttons if you're on advanced controls. Even turning is a huge pain in the ass.
Would you say the stream is on or off rails at the moment?
I say we're still on rails.
Can I tell you some cursed info that may
put us off the rails? Okay.
According to Video Game King, Video Game King looked up this game on GameFAQs, and apparently one of the levels takes place at Pearl Harbor, so there we go.
Oh no.
Cool.
Oh no.
So
well,
do I get it?
Now you can relive the... You can historically reenact the mech battle that took place at Pearl Harbor all those years ago.
I mean, we have some rails on our streams. Those rails are usually...
Okay, I found where to go.
Okay. I would say those rails are usually good taste, but that's not true. We don't have much taste.
These trees are slowing me down. I like how the trees re-render every few seconds as you get closer to them.
Yeah, that's the rail. Danny's on the stream rail right there.
Now where we're heading is this big sand lot over here, where all the kids are playing baseball.
Are we gonna stomp them?
Oh yeah.
That sucks.
Anyone seen the sand lot? This is basically a retelling.
All I remember about the Sandlot is that one kid puking. I'm sorry.
I think you're thinking of Stand By Me, Alex.
Was that Stand By Me? Where they ate all the food and they went on the carnival ride and they puked?
Oh no, maybe that was the Sandlot. Maybe
Yeah.
Maybe they both had scenes about barfing.
Yeah, thank you. They did puke in Sandlot. Thank you, Chad.
Alex is validated. So this is the area our prompt told us to destroy. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of buildings it didn't tell us to destroy. One of them has a repair and the other one has a new weapon. And that's something this and Cybermorph has in common. The game just puts new weapons which you need randomly in these areas, and you have to kind of know that they're there.
I don't want to know my cinematic vomit things. That's all I remembered of the Sandlot was they were playing a game, there was Spooky Dog, and
I remember the spooky dog.
Yeah.
And the scary old man.
Oh, was Problem Child 2 the one with the scene where they all puked at the carnival?
Why is this every kid's movie? Was Angels in the Outfield secretly a movie about barfing?
Oh.
Okay, that's all the factories. We did it.
Hey.
I beat a level.
You're thinking of A League of Their Own? That was the one with the,
That's the one with the barfing.
Yeah, there was a scene where Tom Cruise vomits for 2 minutes. We should probably stop talking about nasty things.
Yeah,
here
true.
And talk about less nasty things, like the alien from Alien vs. Predator.
So we got a new weapon, and you can choose where on your body to put it. I put that on my right hip, and A gun also on my right arm. I'm very right-centric, which makes no sense. I'm center-right. Anyway, in this mission, you gotta use grenades to blow up ships. I will say they give you a variety of objectives. You're blowing up ships in one area, you gotta blow up factories. There's many different things you can blow up.
So I guess every 90s children's film featured, according to chat, they all featured puking.
Apparently so.
Oh, well, yeah, let's move away from that, chat. There's many other things to discuss, like the rendering on these clouds, Bubsy's tank, many other things.
Okay, I figured out where my armaments are.
I have to eat after this stream, so please.
Who's got ships? Anyone see any ships around here? Why am I walking to the right?
Danny, are you destroying ships?
No, what I did is I engaged advanced controls. That's why my mech was freaking out. Okay, now we're good.
I'm gonna say, don't, no.
And this one, we're destroying ships. Like, look at this ship. This ship is a dead man. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's a missile launcher! I thought it was a nice little statue.
It's a statue that launches missiles.
Alright, ship. Get ready to get fucked.
Where'd he go? Oh my god! Are you?
Got him! That's how we do things in Mech Town.
Hey Danny, where are you blowing up ships? If I may ask. Is it
Is
somewhere normal? Are you blowing up ships in a normal place?
It's a certain port off the coast of Hawaii. They don't really name names, you know, because copyright. Alright. I think there's only 2 ships you gotta kill, so... Do I have any more grenades? I think I ran out, right?
I guess so.
Oh, shit, don't walk into the ship. Oh, this is a bad idea. This was a bad idea. This was a really bad idea.
Well, have you tried punching the ship?
Good point, let's do that. Shit, I engaged advanced controls again. Oh no, there's a whole bunch of shit on the HUD now. Help. I just started pushing all the buttons in my mech and I don't know what I'm doing.
When you're punching it. See, it's the health is going down.
That's my health.
Oh, I thought your health was in the corner up there. Oops.
No.
Well, your health is going down as you beat the ship to death.
Now I'm walking away from the ship, jerking off the air with my giant robo fist. Let's not play that mission. Let's move on. Alright, bridges. Bridges are our target this time.
Please don't let the...
Look at this bridge. Freaking London Bridge. You think you're so special that you got a bridge, a body of water?
Please don't make the mech jack off.
That's what it looks like. See, it is a robo-jerk motion.
I'm not saying it's not, but I guess when you're playing with the Jaguar, tact is an illegal thing to have.
Yeah. Jaguar is for people who keep it real. I'll say that much. Not like those stuck-up Nintendo fans or those highfalutin Sega boys.
Danny, you're a highfalutin Sega boy.
Well...
You dress like a dandy, but but in the back of your tweed jacket has Sega embroidered in it. You're a fancy Sega lad.
Let's grenade this bridge while people discuss my dandiness. I think I missed it. I'm gonna have to punch this bridge to death now.
Okay. Go for it, Danny.
Or shoot it. Well, I kind of wedged myself under it. Is that good? That's not good. I'm taking damage.
Hectara says the cat is back. Come jack the air. Bless you all. Well, you're low energy, which...
Yeah, I kind of jumped into a bunch of missile launchers and helicopters and stuff.
Also, you kind of jammed yourself into the collision physics of the bridge.
That too. Well, we have one more mission to check out. It's a midnight raid.
Alright. Are you freeing a bunch of,
We're freeing weapons.
Okay, cool.
We're liberating cubes.
Oh god, I hate I hate the cube imprisonment complex. Always taking my cubes. I need those.
Pods. Pods is what I meant to say.
Pods, okay. Damn.
Cubes are different.
Well, I don't want either of them to be in prison. Pods, cubes, people.
Would anyone be up for a cube-based patron poll, by the way? I was kind of kicking around the idea earlier today. Like Cubivore versus Cube Quest versus Intelligent Cube. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Please tell me if I am.
No, Cube is a good idea. I think that Cube will finally usurp Orb one day.
Maybe.
And I think that, we should lean in. We should... Fuck it, Danny. You know what? We're all changing our identity lately. I think we should go all in on cubes.
Should we be the Cube Pals?
Yeah, we're just all about those cubes.
Okay, we got some requests for cubes, so look forward to the next poll being all about cubes.
Intelligent
Somehow
cube.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, chat's talking about an intelligent cube, Cube Quest.
Yeah.
Also
I just really want to
to
play Cube Quest.
Why are y'all talking about Mort the Chicken? I mean, I appreciate if you like Mort the Chicken. I like Mort too, but...
Alright, in this mission, the weapons facilities are guarded by 4 guard towers, and you need to sneak up on them. Which I find hilarious because you're a 40-foot tall mech. Maybe we should have someone else take out the watchtowers, so the mech can come in and do its business. But that's just me. The Iron Soldier who gets shit done. What's the grenade button?
Oh yeah, bad guys in Mort the Chicken were cubes. True. Okay. I'm sorry, I had Mort the Chicken amnesia there because... I guess
Sounds like you have selective Mort the Chicken memory.
It is it's true, I do. I think maybe my brain just wanted to know something else other than the plot of Mort the Chicken. Unfortunately, I think what it wanted to know was just like... bad Subway jokes I've been writing for the past 3 days.
Alright, so I think the watchtowers are unaware. We somehow snuck into their facility.
Someone made my driver's license.
That's a good license. That's a perfect replication.
Thank you. Hold on, I need to see who posted that. I'm squeaking like a rat kid here. Who posted that? I was Scarlet Swordfish. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ah, yes. I famously live at 2120 Anyto.
Okay, we got the supplies. Is that it? No, I guess we need to blow up everything here.
Mort the Chicken is piloting the mech? Okay, good.
Good for him.
Oh, yeah, the GameCube is also a cube in and of itself, a pure cube essence.
Where's my nades? Did I forget to refill my nades? There we go.
That is the
There we
worst
go.
way to put that.
Nades for everyone. Nades for days. Please donate now to stop me from saying nades.
It'll take 100 bits to get Danny to stop saying nades. Alright, I think this is...
There's the rest of the supplies.
Thank you for the beautiful drill tweet, Uzi. Do appreciate that.
Alright, now is that everything, or do I have to take out these towers, which I think I might?
Kill him. Just punch him.
Yeah, what am I doing?
Yeah, you need a punch. Your strongest weapon, your fist.
I'll manipulate you to death.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they didn't call it the manipulator.
That's a weird thing to say about a hand, but you know.
Yeah, usually the robot manipulates itself. I mean, just look at that motion it's doing. Alex is mad because I'm right.
I'm slowly turning into a hissing... I'm turning into the cat cube, just slowly hissing at you.
There we go. That was the last batch of supplies. I beat another level.
J.O. Bots, thanks. Alright, we got 100 bits to get Danny to stop saying,
You got it. Thank you.
We're done.
I didn't mean to hold the stream hostage.
All
Let's
right.
try the old Gatling gun, and then I think we'll move on.
Looks like the good folks at Subway are pouring a whole bottle of ranch out on the feral hogs in our lawn, calling it the Wild Hog Challenge, and we are locking our door.
Where is that Gatling gun? One of these buttons has got to be doing it. Button 1, button 2, button 3. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna destroy a bridge with this gun. Man, it even sounds like a gun. It's like they're starting to trust me with actual weaponry.
Well, I guess I have to read this out loud because they subscribed.
Okay.
To Fidget for the 7-month sub. Fidget says Bubsy tamed.
Nice, thank you. The one leitmotif that connects this entire stream.
It's true though, Jaguar is the only system that will let you see Bubsy up close and personal like that. Say what you will about the 3DO, the CDI, the Gamecom, the SNES.
Not another
PlayStation.
system was brave enough. Just the Jaguar.
No one had the guts until then, you know?
Here's my new gun. There is one thing I hate, having to fumble around on the number pad while you're supposed to be looking at the video game. It's not exactly intuitive to look down at an overlay. Maybe if Atari had normalized this, we'd be playing Xbox One games with overlays. If video games hadn't taken that terrible turn in the 90s. Who's with me? Who wants more overlays?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's bring that back.
I want an overlay on the controller, like the Intellivision, and I want an overlay for the screen, like the Vectrix. 2 overlays, dual overlays.
There's some frothing demand for overlays in
Okay.
chat.
It's novel, right? Maybe it'll get you interested in video games again.
Oh, nothing will do that for me, thank you.
Yeah. Let's destroy this building.
Any reason? You
No.
Just wanna, okay.
I want to see it make cubes. This is disgusting. There we oh my god! So many cubes!
Did you jack that building today?
I sure did, and the frame rate tanked. So that's Iron Soldier, a game where you can jack a building to death. Alex showed me the,
The drill tweet at it? Here you go.
yes, jacking the air with my giant robo fist. Perfect. Oh, I wasn't looking at it. I wedged myself in the bridge again.
Well, Danny's gonna die.
That's Iron Soldier. It's not bad. It's a little slow, but that's in service of the gameplay. It makes you feel like you're just this giant hulking mech. No one can stop you with your giant jack-off fist. And on that note, let's end the show with possibly the best Jaguar game. A game that no one can say a bad word about. Tempest 2000.
Yeah, that's right. No one makes stupid gamepads anymore. They're all like normal.
See, that's why I'm excited about the Amico, because it also has a stupid gamepad.
That's right. You wanted overlays back. They're doing it, baby.
Overlays are back in a big way.
Come pet the cat or whatever.
You should play this one.
Oh boy, are you sure it's not gonna be too flashy?
I think you can handle it. This one isn't as bad as the sequels.
Okay.
If you feel bad, just pass the
Yeah,
controller.
I'll toss it at you and be like, eh. Alright, we are doing Tempest 2000, a game whose aesthetic I love.
Me too. So this is from the twisted mind of Jeff Minter, programmer of several underground Commodore 64 games like Attack of the Mutant Camels and other games, including variations on Tempest, other arcade classics. For this one, Atari went and hired the guy and told him to remake Tempest, and boy did he ever. You want Tempest 2000.
Yeah, I'm gonna try Tempest 2000 mode here.
So B is fire, A is jump once you get that ability, and C is your super zapper. You get one of those per level. I believe I mixed the sound well. If anyone thinks either the music or sound effects are too loud, let me know, because we can adjust that. Now the most important thing is to get those power-ups, because those give you so much more firepower and different abilities. In fact, people like this game so much they made custom controllers for the Jaguar that use rotary spinners.
Oh, really? Oh, this game...
Because, yeah, this game does have support for a rotary peripheral, which never was actually made by Atari.
They got my ass there.
Music up? Maybe turn up the volume a little.
Okay. No one... Oh, hold on. There's a pause button.
Yeah, a dedicated
I forgot I
button.
can actually pause the game. Alright, that should hopefully be enough.
This game does have the hot jams. You gotta get those power-ups.
I'm trying! Okay, I got one.
Yeah, that gives you a lot more firepower, and then the next one,
Ugh.
eventually you get an AI droid and the ability to jump,
No.
which helps.
I would really love to play this with a twisty thing. This is a little hard without the...
Yeah, the way they did it is it's digital, but it has a little bit of momentum to it, and once you get used to it, I think it's a good method, but it's a little bit hard to adjust to at first. Zappo!
Well, I
You
got
got
shot.
shot.
I love this game's aesthetic so much, but I really like a lot of the on the soft aesthetic.
It's great. I think this game is what the Jaguar was built for. Just limited use of polygons, put a bunch of particles in there, leverage its strength with 2D, and you get a game like this. This game's real simple, at least at first, but I think that's to its benefit. Oh, try jumping. That's your Zappo. You have unlimited jumps.
Oh, I did jump!
Yeah, that lets you jump off the web. That's how you avoid the enemies that eventually get to the edge. And that's something I really appreciate they added to this game, because original Arcade Tempest, you had to kill all the enemies before they got to the edge. And once they did, there wasn't much you could do. This actually gives you the ability to fight back. To an extent. Oh, God. All the graphics.
Oh, I need to play again, sorry.
Okay, do it.
Yes, Jeff Minturn does have a VR game.
Yeah, he went and made a Polybius game for PS4. So if you have PlayStation VR, you can make your brain explode by playing that. Personally, I'm too afraid.
Is it really based on the Polybius legend, or Polybius?
It is, yeah.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh, he made it a reality.
So we're all gonna die, and the CIA is gonna come find us and shit?
Basically, yeah.
Cool. Thanks, CIA.
Now, if you don't have PSVR, Atari recently published Tempest 4000, which is another Minter project. What they did at first is they were going to sue him over making a game called TXK, which was basically Tempest. And then they decided, you know what, we might as well just hire the guy instead, and they had him make Tempest 4000. That follows up on Tempest 3000, which was Nuon exclusive. There was also Tempest X3 for PS1, which is a downgraded port of this. And for Jaguar, there was an actual port of Tempest 2000, which is much closer to this version.
I can't imagine playing a Minter game in VR. I assume I would vomit.
Tempest 4000 does not have VR mode, and you do not want it. I own that game, and I sold it because it was too much. I'm speaking as someone who could tolerate Space Giraffe, and Tempest 4000 was too many particles, too many colors on the screen. It made me legit sick. I could not play it. But this game, I think it actually strikes a nice balance between visual overload and vomitousness, if that's a word. That's really your main takeaway, I think, here. Like, there are Tempest sequels, remakes, remasters, but this one is in the sweet spot of there being enough graphical horsepower to make it look really nice, but not too much so as to kill your brain, like the other games do.
I ain't great at Tempest. But...
It's cool, I'll show you up in a minute.
Okay, thanks.
I did play a little of this the other day, and I like this game a lot. It's really fun. I have no qualifications to put on that. Not like it's really fun if... It's just legit fun.
Okay, I got jump.
Yeah, it's all about that jump. So would you consider this a mascot platformer?
I mean, you do jump. There's a cube following me. Oh.
Yep,
there
that's
we
your
go.
AI buddy. You collect enough power-ups, you get him.
I like him.
Ooh, Ultimo points out, Tempest X3 supports the PlayStation Mouse, the Nyko Trackball, and even Namco's Nijicon. I got one of those. The Nijicon's fun. So that's cool. What people say about the ports is Tempest X3 in particular adds a bunch of polygonal elements and makes it look really different. Whereas Tempest 2000 for Saturn, I think it's basically the same as this, only the audio is CD audio. So it's upgraded in some ways. I don't know how you held on there.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it!
You got jumping. You can jump.
Do I have jump?
Yeah.
Okay, but this is working really well, though.
Alright, I'm not going to argue with success.
Exactly, it's elite strat. Thank you.
Reading up on this, I tried to figure out what the big differences between this and the Saturn version were. Just because I don't want to recommend this game as the reason to get a Jaguar. From what I've seen, the Saturn does everything this game does, but for a lot of people the music's a sticking point because this game uses... it's not procedural audio, it's more like it's designed to go along with the gameplay. Like, if you're doing really well and get a bunch of power-ups, it'll get louder and emphasize certain channels, and if you do bad, it'll start to get quieter, supposedly. That's not something you can do with CD audio tracks, so this game's a little bit more subtle in that respect.
So it won't. You have to get the jump between levels. By the way, it does not. I don't know how to jump in. Oh,
You
now
get the
I
jump in
got
each level. It's
Yeah.
the power-up progression is the same every time. You get like 3 of them, and that gets jump. And I think you still got 1 super zapper. Yeah, hop. Alex is hopping mad.
Andy, I'm doing. Oh, damn it.
You were doing good.
Yeah, I was. All right.
Oh, there's a PC port. I didn't know that. Wonder how that one stands up.
I know how you feel about PC games. So.
Well, yeah, so I'm not gonna play it, but...
No, you're not going to authorize it either.
But this is the one game that Jaguar fans hold up and being like, nope, this is the system seller. This is the one you need a Jaguar for, because the ports are not optimal. That's the argument they make.
Can I try one more time?
Sure.
Okay. And then I'll hand it over to y'all. I really like this. I just, the aesthetic gets me.
It's neat, right? Like, it's not too much. I think it's just enough graphical flair where you can still make out what's going on.
Can I try a different game type, just out of curiosity?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's see what traditional is.
Yeah, traditional, I think, gets rid of the power-ups, so it's more like just regular Tempest. Nix points out TXK is the true successor because the Vita, much like the Jaguar, is an unappreciated console. I really like TXK. I reviewed it back when it was new, and I'm one of like probably 10 people to have played through all 100 levels. It's a really good game.
Look at how fast these graphics are!
Yeah. So this is one for the purists. If you just like original Tempest, this is the mode for you. This game also has Tempest Plus, which is a weird co-op mode. If we had 2 controllers, we could play this together. And there's also a dual mode, which is split screen, and you can take on people using that.
I'm pretty sure the game recommends you 6 cups of tea after you've finished it because Minter is, where's he from? Europe?
Wales, I think.
Wales, okay, yeah. All I know about him is that he loves making games like this, and he loves ungulates. Like, that man thinks ungulates kick ass. So your sheep and your llamas and your hoofed animals.
So Karo Z mentions one thing that I almost forgot. The PlayStation Tempest X3 does have one extra feature. It adds a cheat code, and that cheat code is the word YIF!
It's true.
That's not in any other version. Not to say Jeff Minter's a furry, but, well, he just really likes the animals.
He just sees hoofed animals, hoofed farm animals, and he's just like, I just think they're neat.
He runs a legit farm. He's got
Yeah.
multiple llamas and sheep and stuff. He's a rancher. A monster rancher. No, wait, he's just a regular animal rancher.
I don't know, llamas can be assholes, so maybe a monster rancher.
My grandpa got spit on by a llama once. It ruined his shirt and he was mad. It's because he was making faces at it and the llama figured out that he was making fun of it. So it spit a big green glob of cud all over his nice new shirt. Don't make fun of llamas.
I wasn't planning on it.
They boycotted Winamp back in the day.
Oh my god, look at this!
Yeah, that's cool. I'd imagine Winamp's visualizer was a big, it took a lot of inspiration from Jeff Minter. He's also done music visualizers for the Nuon, and even the Jaguar CD, if you have one of those. It had a music visualizer by Jeff Minter himself. Speaking of Jaguar CD, that's something I've been meaning to touch on. There was 13 unique games released for the Jaguar CD, which is literally just a CD drive you plop on top of the Jaguar. That's assuming you get a working one, because All right, some of you have seen the Angry Video Game Nerd episode, and you probably think, oh, he's exaggerating. He no way someone can buy 3 Jaguar CDs and all of them are dead. No, that's the legit experience. All Jaguar CDs are flaky as fuck, and they will die on you. Also, they are $700 fucking.
Jesus Christ. Also, I hate to offer an audience correction. Video Game King says that password, use of YIF, was the first use of the word YIF. That is 1,000% false, 1,000,000,000% false. That is.
What about in a video game?
In a video game? Are you kidding me? You don't think Eric Schwartz just rammed that word in somewhere? Come on now.
Yeah.
But it is not the earliest usage of the term YIF online in the least. I've been online since 1996, and
Let me play.
no.
Let me play.
Okay,
I've been
Sandy's
jonesing.
turn.
I want to play this.
After my YIF tangent.
All right. Any other questions about the Jaguar or its qualities or the best games? Let them out now. One of these scores is mine. Can you guess which one?
The one that says nut?
Yeah. I figured it fit in with the rest.
Let's see.
Let's play some
Yeah,
football
okay, so
Tempest.
So apparently, Jeff Mintner's persona is a yak, and that does not surprise me.
That's his old pseudonym. He used to go by Yak.
He did, yes, actually.
Very interesting guy. He's been around the industry for decades. And he still has the copyright to all his old games, which is awesome.
Magmaram, you are not allowed to have been born the year I first went online. No one is allowed to be 12 or 13 or however many years older than me. I've decided, sorry.
Now, at first, the game will really emphasize collecting power-ups, and every time one shows up, it'll pop up a tooltip. That does go away after a few levels, in case anyone was wondering.
And again, I guess it makes sense that he's a yak. Yaks are ungulates once more, and yeah. Also,
Yaks.
there's a song in this game called Ultra Yak, so there you go.
Ultra Yak.
Beautiful.
And he
thank
did
you.
make a game called Space Giraffe, so come on. Yeah, once you get a shit ton of power-ups, your firepower gets ridiculous.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, and you can just spin around like some kind of space asshole. I really like this game. Again, no qualifications, no ifs, ands, or buts. This is just a good-ass video game.
Alright, Ultimo says that they may have worked on Space Invaders Extreme.
Oh, nice! Which one?
I don't know.
I like both of them, but they are pretty different. Really, I think it's the power-up system that really defines this game, because it gives a sense of urgency at the start of each round. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna get fucked if I don't have all my power-ups. So that leads to a real rush at the beginning. And then once you finally get the jump, you can finally start to relax a little bit.
Where you go?
I like the controls because you can just hold one direction and just spin around.
Yes, that's fun. That's real fun.
That's legit fun. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Hang on.
Danny's an idiot, folks. What's up?
So you know how special this game is?
How special is it?
Someone made an Elgato profile, or rather a FrameMeister profile, just for this game. Like all the other Jaguar games use a specific set of resolution tweaks and stuff, but this one is specifically for Tempest 2000. And no other game. So this is going to be the correct way to view this game. If you need to resize it, feel free.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to resize this.
I think this game is a little bit taller than other games.
Whee! Oh my gosh.
Alright, now you're getting the optimum Tempest 2000 experience. RGB, proper resolution. Oh, that is one thing about the Jaguar. It's RGB native. You don't need to mod it. You just plug in an RGB cable and you get the good graphics. So it's right up there with Sega and Nintendo. And Sony, I guess.
This looks so cool.
And best of all, it has music! And the music's good!
It's really good, yeah.
I'm I'm also accepting other people's memories of the Jaguar, your impressions of this game, exclusive previews, reviews.
Yeah, it does come in, the resolution, the natural RGB really does help when you really need to see the graphics in Kasumi Ninja like that one guy's fart.
Yes! Oh, I'm so looking forward to playing the rest of the games. Apparently the first shipment of the Jag SD went out, and I'm gonna be in, like, shipment 3 or 4. So, maybe by the end of the year. Here's hoping.
Yeah, same. I hope we get it. Let's see. Multiple folks in chat have mentioned the game N2O.
That is similar to this. Yeah, that's another tunnel shooter.
Folks are saying it shamelessly ripped this off, but it also had a Crystal Method soundtrack, so...
I rented that way back then. Yeah, it was basically this, but forward-scrolling and with actual textured graphics. It was neat. I didn't think it was bad.
You know, the flashcard does let you play, Jaguar CD games, yeah.
It will eventually support it, not at launch. They said it's coming in a future firmware update. That is what's nice, because the Jaguar CD doesn't add additional hardware, it's just a CD drive. And that means we get to play games like Highlander. And, Primal Rage? Myst?
Yay?
Brain Dead 13? Anyone see TMR, the Mexican runner, play Brain Dead 13 a couple days ago?
I watched that with you, and that was...
I've never seen him more miserable.
And we watched him play like 3 weeks of Miracle Piano Teacher or whatever.
He spent 6 hours playing that game blind, and let me tell you, he proved that playing that game blind is a miserable experience. Oh, can I warp now? I think I got enough. 6 hours playing that game. Getting killed over and over again.
So they did beat it?
He did beat it after 6 hours.
Thank God. Yeah, we do not support Brain Dead 13 in this household.
Not in this house.
Whoa.
I got to a bonus level.
What the? It's cool.
This has good sounds. Yes.
To turn it all the way up.
I'll turn it up on our end too, so you can enjoy it. Woo!
BBH says, Superman, can you solve my maze?
Look, Superman 64 didn't have women moaning sexily as you flew through the rings. And that's what was wrong with Superman 64.
Danny, question.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is too. It's just heavily filtered.
Do you think this is sexy? Yeah, this is not very sexy to me.
Do you think I'm sexy?
I mean, yes, personally, but I don't, I guess I don't find this game sexy.
Rings are sexy. See? They said yes.
Chat asking if this is Izzy's famous quest for the rings. I guess it is.
Yeah. Is this the best Jaguar game? Oh, hey. Now we go above the clouds. This is kind of neat looking. Again, very music visualizer-esque.
Yeah, Minter did a lot of work, as Dan mentioned earlier, Minter did a lot of work on visualizers back in the day. In fact, I think he did the visualizer for this system, and then he did the visualizer for the new one, right?
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
Oh yeah, cool.
Still, if you want a Jaguar CD, that's one reason to get one. Can I go higher? I can't go any higher than that. Alright, back to the rave. Think I got enough lives?
Jesus Christ, Danny. And yeah, the moaning you heard was definitely the rats from our shareware days, definitely.
I forgot about those.
How could you...
Sex.wave.
Listen, people have been asking me why I'm into rats lately, and one main reason is absolutely the sex rats. But we don't need to talk about that now. We need to talk about Tempest.
That's not important, yeah.
Yeah.
We got business to attend to. Now, it's real nice getting the AI droid. Just having another set of firepower with you. Another thing people claim was downgraded in the ports is the AI droid, because the ports don't give it its own thinking ability. It just kind of sticks close to you.
Oh, that sucks.
As opposed to having its own will. Has its own feelings, opinions about things.
You don't agree with all of its posts, but you appreciate its perspective nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it has courage to express its opinions in the way that it does.
Although sometimes you're just like, ooh, buddy. You're gonna get us all in trouble here. Just like, if you play Superman 64, you may not follow me, ever.
I'm curious how the encoder's handling this game. Has anyone noticed our stream turning into a soupy mess?
We've only had 81 dropped frames, which is
That's good.
better than usual. Yeah. How's the encoding is apparently fine.
Nice. We're not having a JJ Squawkers moment.
It looks great. Solid. Wow. Okay. So, thanks, Mittner.
That's my argument for this game. It is nice enough for Twitch's encoder, so it's nice enough for me. This level's tough. I died here a few times.
Yeah, I guess that black background does help it not freak out.
That's true. Yeah, if we were playing Tempest 4000, good god, you would not be able to see anything. That's kind of unfortunate, because I thought it was really fun. It's just, I was legit not able to enjoy it. It's kind of a problem.
Danny, you're doing really fucking good.
I like this game. Does this mean I'm a jaghead? A jagoff?
Yes, Danny, you are absolutely a jagoff.
I think that's what they prefer to be called, right? The Atari fans. Let's go on Atari Age and ask if there's any jagoffs.
Is the Atari Age forum still around?
Oh yeah.
Because I know, like...
That's the big place where you get that Atari propaganda.
I guess with all the other retro forums going down, I'm just glad Atari Age is still here.
Someone's gonna buy them too.
No! Don't say that!
Oh, damn it.
Danny, come on! I don't want anyone to buy
There's, in case you're wondering, there's some malevolent force out there buying up video game websites. The Nintendo Age guy apparently just wanted out of the business, so someone straight up bought his website and his entire collection, and he's out. And now someone else owns Nintendo Age, and they've announced plans to put ads on it and stuff.
What about Digital Press?
I think Digital Press went through... No, wait, they still own their stuff. They still got that store, too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's still under the ownership of Joe Santulli, as far as I know.
Alright, good.
Unless I'm wrong, feel free to let me know. But yeah, there's... Apparently someone tried to buy Hardcore Gaming 101, so that's a fucking laugh. I'd like to see Kurt let that happen.
Oh my god, no! Don't buy them!
I think he tweeted about it, and he was like, someone tried to buy the site, lol.
No! Sorry, my voice is squeaking. I'm sounding like a rat myself here.
It's a shame, because there's a lot of good information on that site, those sites, that's just going to disappear because people don't want to be a part of that bullshit. Meanwhile, Assembler Blank Games just closed up.
Yeah, what was that about? They just, like, Rick Maroonied or whatever.
What I think is some people amass huge collections, and it starts to weigh on them, and they don't know what to do about it. Because the obvious solution is to go on eBay, sell everything. But if you're going to sell an individual game by game, to get the most money, and you have something like 5,000 games, that gets old real quick. So when someone offers to buy you out, you can see that as like a clean getaway. I don't know, I'm just spitballing. Anyway, I'm proud to announce that Retro Pals are now a part of NBC. We're going to be exclusively on Peacock, their new service. And our official statement on Disney Plus is Disney Plus can go shove it, according to NBC.
Yeah, and there's a large peacock carrying a sub in its mouth that is giving us the eyes to not shit talk NBC. So Just Shoot Me is one of my favorite shows. I loved Veronica's Closet, and
why is it only 2.5 men? I could stand way more men than that in the show.
Wasn't that CBS?
Oh right, 2.5 Men sucks.
Yeah, fuck 2.5 Men. That's right, we're partnered with Hulu now, which is also owned by Disney. But it's also owned by NBC, so...
How do I get that Disney money?
Well, first of all, we have to be family friendly.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we're...
Check it out, Alex. It's Bubsy's area.
It's Bubsy's downtown!
Bubsy's undercarriage. I figure I'll just let this credit play out, but
Alright.
basically, yeah, this game's incredible. This is a legit exclusive the Jaguar has, and if people are to be believed, it's legit the best port of it as well.
Chad has some new names for Bubsy's Taint.
Okay, go ahead. Are they
Dark-
family friendly?
Yes!
Okay.
Downtown Bubsy Brown
Okay.
and Dark Side of the Bubsy. We could definitely say those on air, and Roy Disney will not get mad at us.
Yeah, put it on Nickelodeon.
Bob Iger is coming to our house right now.
At least I hope I've proven that there's more of the Jaguar than just Bubsy. Yeah, it does have a unique Bubsy game, but it has this too. And up to 50 other games as well, some of which have polygons. So have I sold anyone on the Jaguar?
You've sold me on Tempest 2000.
Okay. It's weird because I never got into the original Tempest. Something about it never clicked with me. But it's this one that really does it. We got any Tempest heads in here?
Yeah.
What am I missing about the original Tempest?
I'm not sure what you're missing, but chat loves the shit out of Tempest 2000. They are all big
yeah.
Tempest heads. They're all like, please keep playing, never stop playing, play for 20, 30 more hours.
Can do. So here's a Tempest fun fact you may not know. The way this looks, we're in space, right? Like we're traveling through space, shooting all the space things.
Yeah, yes.
Well, the original game, the designer said it's based on a dream they had about things coming out of a hole.
Okay.
And that's what it is. You're fighting things coming out of a hole in the ground.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not thinking about Bubsy anymore.
No. Could not be further from that line of thought. But that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of space games, but not many games about shooting things in a hole. I'm sorry I said that.
Is it time to go?
It may be time to go. I want to play some more, though.
Well,
Then again, I've got 8 lives.
We are over time, so if you want to keep going, you can just
Look,
go forever.
I almost died playing Alien vs. Predator. I deserve this.
That's true. That's true. Our chat's saying keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll get that high score.
What happens if you get a high score?
I don't know.
Do you get to see Mintner's persona?
Maybe. You unlock it. Get to play as an ox.
Let's see. I'm thinking about what are your favorite ungulates? I like alpacas.
Giraffes are fucking weird. They shouldn't exist.
Yeah, what's wrong with them?
What makes them so special that they need a 50-foot tall neck? Or
Yeah, what is up with that?
however big it is.
Most of they have a lot of neck bones. Too many neck bones. Goats are also very good ungulates. I love
Goats are
those
cool.
guys. Yeah, and the giraffes got blue tongues. What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's messed up. I can see why Jeff Minter idolizes them.
Camels are good. Camels, another Mintner subject in games.
Camels, yeah.
And let's see, reindeer. Those are really good ungulates. Okay, we got some folks.
Yeah,
saying
they bring you the presents.
We got some folks saying the giraffes are valid. Okay.
Oh,
you
they're
know
totally
what?
valid. No argument against them.
Yeah, they're valid. They're just freaky. Their tongues are really long. It's kind of disturbing.
Valid but freaky. Does that
Oh.
describe us?
I don't know if we're valid, but we're definitely freaky. Okay, you're right. Giraffes do have the same number of neck bones as we do. They just have, they're long. They're very long.
Why so long?
I don't know where moose fit in, but they are definitely a good ungulate as well. Okay. I'm gonna click on this ungulate Wikipedia article, and this better not be a boner. Oh no, it's an extinct ungulate.
Aw.
What does it look like? Oh, it used to be a... Oh, it's related to the whale. That's cool. That's really
Oh, I think
cool.
I got to the next set of levels.
Wow, thank you. That was a good ungulate. We're talking about our favorite ungulates because Mintner is a big fan of them. So
His games are pretty much just a tribute to that entire species. Is it a species? Phylum?
yeah, I forget how it's called. I'm sorry, but there's an ungulate called Bongo.
Oh, neat.
Bongo has a bongo booty if I ever saw one.
That was totally a bongo booty.
Wow. Oh, no wonder you're all posting bongo booty. Wow.
We're at the portion of the program where we're just talking about animal asses. So
Ungulates are mammals with cloven hoofs.
they're ruminating mammals.
Yes,
part of their being is being able to chew cud for various reasons.
They just love that cud.
Yeah,
I can't believe bongo booty is real.
that's so good.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna look. Jesus.
I think my favorite enemy in the game is just straight up that giant ox head that occasionally comes in.
Oh, this image is in the public domain? Thank you! Thank you, Wikipedia!
Anyone remember what that top score was? Was it 250k?
I think so.
Okay, let's get to 250k and then
Yes,
lose all these lives.
I do love the Deek Deek. They are very small. They are extremely tiny. They are the teeniest, tiniest, most minuscule of ungulates. They are adorable. I love them.
What the fuck is this level?
It's a Nautilus shell.
Okay.
It's 500k, actually, Danny.
Ah,
You gotta beat. Thank you, BBH.
I don't think that's gonna happen then.
Hippos are ungulates? That's messed up. Oh, that's scary. That's terrifying. No, thank you.
I'm learning so much tonight.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We've got an ungulate in chat. Actual Deek Deek. Welcome. Welcome.
How does this game represent your culture, do you think? I think it's positive. Maybe I'm cursed. Maybe I've just entered the Eternal Tempest.
I'm being told to look at this fucking rat deer, so give me a second, Danny.
Oh, this level's pretty.
Oh, I love this level. This level says gay rights. I like it. Oh my god, that's a rat deer. What is that doing here? That is a rat deer? It's got fangs? I'm seeing its mouth open. It's got no. Rat deers can't. No, thank you. No more rat deer.
You
Rat
love
deer.
and then cancel rat deer.
Sorry.
That was the quickest I've ever heard you change your mind.
I saw its mouth. And no thank you. Rats nor deer should have fangs like that. And I know there are other deers with fangs, but I don't have to respect it. They can exist. I don't have to respect them.
It's 9:10, and this game ain't gonna end on its own, so I'm just gonna call it here and let my lives die off here while we offer up our final thoughts. What do you think, Alex?
About the Jaguar or about Tempest?
Both.
Tempest 2000 is wonderful. It's a joy to watch. It is... The colors are beautiful. I love how it looks. I like everything about it. It's really cool.
It leverages the strengths of the system, I think. Yeah, the system, you saw its limits in Cybermorph. It can only do flat-shaded polygons realistically. But that doesn't mean you're limited. If you use it right, you can make a really distinctive-looking and great-playing game. And that's what they did here. It's just a shame that there's not more of these games. Alien vs. Predator was kind of jank, to be honest. It's neat. It was pioneering, especially at the time of its release, but I wouldn't hold it up as something that's super great to play nowadays. Tempest, on the other hand, I would recommend wholeheartedly, no reservations. Other stuff, maybe just keep in mind the context, where it stood in the general gaming populace back then. Maybe something that'll help you like it more is the fact that they really hated the 3DO. We mentioned, someone in our Discord mentioned that there was some kind of checksum check within every ROM, and what it checks for is the string 3DO dead. That's how much they wanted the 3DO to die. And when you put this up against the 3DO, it makes more sense. It's more of a competitor. It's
Yeah.
only when you start to compare it against the PlayStation and Sega Saturn that its limitations really become obvious.
But, for the time, it looked pretty good, and...
In 93, this would have looked amazing,
Yeah. Sounds amazing, too. I really like the soundtrack.
It's just, gaming hardware progressed really rapidly in the mid-90s, and they came out right before things were about to hit critical mass. The PS1 won over a huge market share, and in the end, Atari really couldn't hope to match that. They did have a vision, games that were focused on score attacks, games that recalled earlier eras, but maybe that's not what we needed in the mid-90s.
No, maybe. I don't... Everybody was all in on multimedia, and no one was really in on, like, arcade action at the time. JRPGs were blowing up, computer games were blowing up, slower games were really blowing up at the time.
Alright, give me 3 initials, dude.
Rat.
Rat?
Rat.
Alright, this one's for you rats out there.
Alright, all rat heads, here you go.
Shout out to rats.
Maybe I should change my persona to be a rat. Or maybe I should make a secondary persona that's a rat that streams.
It's never too late.
It's true.
Oh, I almost beat my nut score.
Oh, man, you were so close.
Damn. And I've got a while to go before 500,000. I'll get you one day, Yak. Believe me. Tempest 2000 is wonderful. Play it.
It's good.
And I think that wraps us up. Atari Jaguar had its ups, had its downs, and by showing off the quote-unquote best games all tonight, I hope we can give you an idea of what it was like back then, at its very best. If you happen to buy into the system, you might have played some of these games, and hell, you might have even enjoyed them. Alien vs. Predator especially, way back in 93, 94, would have made a huge impact. Tempest 2000 is one of those timeless games, though, and that stands on its own.
Yeah.
As for the other games, we're going to see those eventually, once we get that flash cart.
I just want to say before we switch to the end screen, chat has been shouting, screaming, hollering, cursing at the sky the phrase "nut rat."
I just saw that. Cut back to the gameplay screen.
Imagitech Design did music for this.
Yep. Same as Bubsy. And there's a big old yak in the background. Shoutouts to Yak. And Goku. Game testing by Goku.
Thank you, Goku! Alright, let me turn the music back on here. Okay, we're gonna see Nutrat as a goodbye.
Yes.
Okay, come on, Nutrat.
I didn't even notice that until people pointed it out. That's the new Ted bus from freaking, what's it called? Narc. No, we're gonna reset.
Yeah, we're gonna see Nutrat.
One last Nutrat for the road.
I love how sparkly this game is. I love the gradients. I love the purples. I love the blues, the greens, all the colors.
I feel good about this stream. We gave the Jaguar a fair shake, and that's really all we can do. You draw your own conclusions. Do you need one? Probably not. But it does have a bunch of exclusive games, which we're going to explore in the weeks and months ahead, once that flash card arrives.
It'll be here soon enough.
We will use the power of Nutrat.
Those are all, aside from Nut and Rat and D.B, those are all ungulates.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
elk, the doe, the ewe, the cow.
He's got to pay tribute.
I guess the Nut Rat could be an ungulate, too. if we try.
Congratulations to the new ungulate, the Nutrat.
And thank you, Goku.
Thanks to Goku for testing.
Yes,
We're done
thank you.
here.
Oh, we done?
Yeah, done for sure.
Alright, and with that, I think we're totally done.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, talk to the hand, Predator!
That's a great picture you chose. I love that cover art. Just like shoving the Predator face away, being like, oh, you, get out of here. So that is a look at the best and brightest that the Atari Jaguar has to offer. Your Iron Soldier, your Cybermorph, your Tempest 2000, and Alien vs. Predator. I liked them. I didn't hate any of those games. Some of them, once again, made more sense back in their original context. You play them now, they're going to seem a little bit slow. But it did have a unique place in history, and I'm glad we got to show it off. Thanks once again to Sepicide 19 for making this possible.
Yes, thank you so much.
Next time we show the Jaguar, we'll have that flash cart, and we will show off games including White Men Can't Jump, Air Cars, Your Beloved Club Drive, whatever that is, some game about a guy named Tommy snowboarding. We're going to see it all, and I can't wait.
I'm excited.
The Jaguar has a few good games, and it's most infamous for its bad ones, and we are going to experience new depths of despair. So please look forward to it.
Hooray! If you want to see two grown men despair, just go to twitch.tv/retropals every Wednesday, Monday, and Friday.
The Despair Zone. All right, I'm going to look up a host. Alex, wrap us up.
Okay, first of all, if you'd like to vote on what we play every Wednesday, you can pitch in $5 a month at our Patreon, which is at patreon.com/retropals. And if you just want to contribute just out of the goodness of your heart, please do. We really appreciate it. New news! We finally have a sponsor. We have an I wouldn't say sponsor, but we are now affiliated with the good folks at Stone Age Gamer. If you order through our link, I think I put the link here.
Should be at the bottom of this Twitch page as well. If
It's
you're
also
watching
there
this.
as well. If you want to get, we've actually ordered flashcards from them, and they ain't paying us for this. They do work really well.
Yeah,
so.
this is the first time I've had someone approach us being all like, hey, you want the sponsorship? And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a good service that I've actually used. So that does make sense.
So
if you want to buy flashcards, use our referral. We will get some cash, and you will get a quality flashcard. Who's streaming? No one else is streaming Jaguar. Who am I supposed to host?
I mean, we can make someone from chat start playing Jaguar or something. Actually, don't. Well, I mean, if you want to, you can, but yeah. So yeah, do check that out. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/retropals. So if you want to see highlights of our streams and original scripted stuff, go check that out as well. Put that in your like subscribed YouTube feeds. Or
Put that in
whatever.
your pipe and smoke it.
Definitely smoke all of our content, please.
Our content is very smokable.
It is. It's healthier for you than vaping our content. I gotta say.
It is. Our content has a no kill count, no kills. So far.
Yeah, no one has died watching our stream, but if you wanna test us, try it. That was very threatening. I'm sorry.
That was very threatening. And on that note, I think we'll close things out. Let's go with Fuck it, we're doing Diabetes. He's streaming Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Also, Diabetes is streaming again. I'm so happy.
That's cool.
He goes entire years and just streams like one game, and then he disappears for a couple more years. So hopefully this will encourage him to stick around and actually be a streamer. Join us, Beatus. Be part of the community. We're nice, I swear.
We're
All right,
normal.
all right,
We're normal
y'all.
nut rats.
Thanks for watching the Atari Jaguar stream. May your dreams be full of the Jaguar and ungulates alike. And thank you for watching. We'll see you on Friday for Mascot Friday.
See ya, nut rats.